Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. Taylor. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get him, get him. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Motion, motion, motion.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big ass, big ass. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
Here's Allen to throw it. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 36, 36. Half 10. Mike 56. Mike 56. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
To the air, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Tim Williams gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
56, right there, 56. Regular.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On first down, Moss. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
on 2nd and 9. Allen. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is right through. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ready. 55, 55. Hey, eat. Good track. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Chandler. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Check three.
Now a give, right side. Chandler. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play. Allen
now on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Check. Crunch.
Allen to throw once more. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
A gain of 14. First down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first down, it's Chandler. Room here to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Allen now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on first down. It's Moss, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Allen, he finds Taylor, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Allen. This is caught at the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now is Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, but it'll be second and goal.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle is going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now the try here for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13 to 10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's see what you got.
And an alley to run. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. And this is caught by Evans. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Allen going to try and throw on third down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
50-19. Check 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Got a man open. It's Ross. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said?
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Check 56. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 52. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got wide. Mike 56.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
56. Round 80. Check 56. Silver.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. Got his man. That's Harry. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st down, Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run the counter. Chandler. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Broncos first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Now the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Bengals 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, throw left side, complete to Moss. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Chandler. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now.
On first down, it's Chandler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Ready? It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Switch. 66,
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert.
I got you, boy.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Check 37. Check 37. Let's go.
Mostert. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
You got it. Here we go. Hey, just the outlaw. 50's a month. 50's a month. Stay with your man. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Jim. It's free. Get in the weight room. Let's go.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd and 9, Allen. They'll find Everett there, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me.
On 3rd down, it's Moss. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. He completes it to Evans. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Down to lose one. Middle. Mike 56. Mike's 50. Better bring it.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check, 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 check. Here we go.
Allen to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Raheem Mostert, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Huh? Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Taylor. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. 3rd down here.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Gerald Everett, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and count.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 76 yards. And now they have taken a fourth-quarter lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. The give to Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the run.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Allen to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the ends. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Denver, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.